three, no good. Now New Orleans will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And a very confident performance offensively, I think, guys, is really how this team plays. I mean, when they're communicating and executing, sharing the ball, they're tough to beat.
And, Steve, you got to love that kind of performance on the road. I mean, to be a great team in the NBA, you have to be able to have that kind of performance in the other team's building. Really solid.
Here's Lee after Eric Gordon's bucket. Curry wide open. Bogut kicks to Thompson. Iguodala the pass to Curry. Feeds it to Thompson. Screen by Lee. Thompson with it. Picked up by Davis. The drive by Iguodala. The second chance effort. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. That one's on Evans.
Andre Iguodala, one of the elite athletes in the NBA. Great ball handler, and when he gets to the rim, he's right up there with LeBron James as far as being one of the most high-percentage finishers in the league.
You know, as great as Iguodala's strength and athleticism are, I think it's his IQ for the game that really sets him apart. I mean, you see all of that in his alertness and anticipation defensively, and also in his playmaking on the offensive end.
Holiday gets the bucket.
And the layup just gift-wrapped right there. I mean, he had a clear path to the basket.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Bogut sends a screen for Curry. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. He kicks it to Lee. Thompson, a screen on Davis. Lee dishes to Thompson. Bogut at the elbow. Back to Thompson. From 16 feet away, he cans it. Thompson's got his first points of the game. Well, and for Iguodala, the savvy off-the-court two guys. One of the attractions, Steve, for him playing in the Bay Area, connecting with the area's innovators and the venture capitalists.
So he's a bright guy, and you know, back in 2011 during the labor negotiations, he actually spent time interning with a major bank. So, I mean, this is a guy with a bright future beyond basketball.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Lee against Davis. Lee, that's good. Lee's got his second bucket. The Pelicans have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And Steph Curry with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. And the Warriors with a completely new 5 on the floor. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Anderson, he's checked in for Davis. Salmons comes in for Tyreke Evans. Fredette, he's checked in for Eric Gordon. And it's Austin Rivers in for Drew Holiday. So it's the Warriors now, following the miss by Austin Rivers. 1:41 left to play in the first quarter. The pass to Salmons. Pass to Anderson. Shot clock at 6. Here's Hushik. And that one is good with the extra effort on the glass.
Did you see the defense get caught standing around that time, giving up an easy second chance bucket?
Simply need more of an effort on the boards there, Steve.
Here is Livingston. Passes it to Barnes. The dish to Livingston. Barnes kicks to Livingston. And that one's good. Barnes. 55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. And finished off by Rivers. Savage. That's the way to get some momentum on your side.
Absolutely. Those dunks can really have a deflating effect on the defense.
Especially coming from a guy out of the backcourt.
Now, here's Green. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. In the corner, Rush with it. Spates the pass to Rush. Salmons against Barnes. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the strike for 2. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now. That's good from Barnes. Second free throw, no good.
They've been getting out-muscled on the boards before coming up with that one.
Not playing tough enough. The physicality just hasn't been there yet.
The Warriors trailing. Here is Livingston. Barnes dishes to Livingston. Out to the right wing. Got it up. Got it off in time, but it's no good.
The new season.
And we got a close game here as we get back to the second quarter. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from New Orleans?
They've done a nice job on the offensive boards here, guys, and I think that was the difference in that first quarter. Really pounding the offensive glass.
Well, they set the tone early with their mindset, their tenacity, and their hustle. I mean, that's the way they've come out, and it's served them well.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Pelicans. Evans and Anderson, the forwards. Smith is out there with Holiday, and it's Davis at the 5 spot. Now here's Iguodala. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. I think for a while, Clark, teams looked at Iguodala and saw his talent and what he could do on the floor, and they wanted him to be a centerpiece. Now that he's been in the league this long, and as a vet, he seems almost better suited as a complementary piece.
I wouldn't disagree with that. I mean, not everybody can be the main focal point of a team, and that's no knock on Iguodala. I mean, I think he's terrific. He does a little bit of everything, does it all well, and I understand he's really a high-quality guy and teammate. He's very much more of a playmaker than a scorer, even though he can look dominant. With the ball in his hands at times.
And with Iguodala comfortable in his role playing as a sidekick, it makes sense because he modeled his game so closely after Pippen when he was growing up. Very much cut out of the same cloth.
And the Warriors making a change here. Bogut's checked in. Good on the second free throw.
You know, final thought here on Iguodala. The more I think about what you said about him and Pippen, they're similar in length. Their ability, their versatility defensively is a talent that I think they both have, in addition to being able to make plays for others. I think it's a reasonable comparison, actually quite apt when you look at those two guys.
The Warriors shooting their 7th attempt at the foul line in this one. And the technical free throw is good. So it's the Warriors now. Outside Curry. Not enough on that one as it misses.
Major defensive lapse right there. I mean, he's not a player you can leave open for a jump shot. You've got to stay attached to him. They're lucky he couldn't punish them for it.
Now here is Holiday. Smith kicks to Holiday. That's tipped. Lee with the steal. Jumps up. And Andre Iguodala with the slam.
That is up-tempo basketball at its best. So much easier to operate in the open court when a steal triggers the break.
Yeah, it really does allow your offense to flow better. When you can get out and run and get easy opportunities, then everybody gains confidence.
And first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
David Lee, very light on his feet for a big man. He played tennis until age 12, and that may have contributed to his mobility, but he can really move around the floor for a big man.
Doris Burke has an update for us. Doris?
Yes, Kevin. Monty Williams was just going over the plan with his team. The most important points they can get, he said, are points in transition. He told them to push it, create opportunities on the fast break. He also told them their offense needs to center around the pick and roll. That's a play he feels they can use to really exploit the weaknesses in this defense. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks again, Doris.
And David Lee, tremendous feet and excellent hands for a big guy. Really good touch catching and finishing around the rim. Either hand, he's really an adept finisher, whether off the pass or on an offensive rebound.
Boy, he made a nice little bounce pass there. We call that the pocket pass, and he did it well.
Thompson against Smith. Curry with a wide open look. And it's good. He planted his feet on the pick and shielded the defender off.
Boy, Iguodala did a good job setting that screen.
And for David Lee, Steve, not just valued by his team for his play on the court, but also his presence in the locker room.
Yeah, a good teammate. He makes a big difference in the community. Those things can really help and make a big contribution to team chemistry. Boy, it's no wonder they've got the lead. Their shooting has really picked up here in the second quarter.
You know, you don't expect the team, Steve, to shoot in the 60% range the entire game. But if they can hover around that mark, they'll run away with this one.
Now here's Curry. Back to Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off the mark there with the three-point shot.
You know, even though he missed that one, great shooters have a way of feeling when they've got enough room to pull the trigger.
Yeah, not enough defensive coverage there to prevent him from firing that time. But yeah, I think if he's open, he's got to let that thing fly. Seems like they're on their heels every time defensively because the ball continues to go into the post.
Well, if they don't pick up the aggression, things are only going to get worse.
Now, here's Thompson. Iguodala, no good. Holiday, the pass to Davis. Iguodala against Evans. Shoots from the elbow, and Drew Holiday, the bucket on the assist by Evans. Now it's a 6-point New Orleans lead, and the Warriors decide to take their first time out here.
The Warriors last season voted the most fun team to watch in the NBA. Easy to see why. Arguably the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history, and a lot of great passers, too.
Harrison Barnes, he's checked in for the Warriors. A big group substitution here for New Orleans. Omer Asher, he's checked in for Anderson. Salmons comes in for Tyreke Evans. Gordon's checked in for Smith. And it's Austin Rivers in for Drew Holiday. And you watch the Warriors, Clark. They're having fun playing out there. Great chemistry on the floor and in the locker room.
Yeah, it looks like a bit of a college atmosphere.
It does.
I mean, their harmony and chemistry is outstanding. A lot of youthful enthusiasm. And remember, despite their success, this is still one of the youngest teams in the league.
Yeah, very solid offensive execution out there.
Warriors trail by 8. Outside Curry. He feeds it to Barnes. Pass to Thompson. Puts up the baby hook. Open and close and nails it. Thompson's got his second basket.
Those are the kind of nice inside looks they've gotten in the first half here.
And I think they should really continue to work it down low, Clark. That's really going to free up the rest of their offense.
Now here's Rivers. That's good.
You know, with the expectations low for him, he can provide a nice lift when he does put the ball in the basket.
Outside Curry. Barnes up top. Thompson against Gordon. Shot from 12. And it's Thompson again missing.
Oh, they're now +5 in the rebound category, really controlling the glass.
And rebounding is one of those non-glamour stats. I mean, it takes work and effort and tenacity and physicality. But when you look at the scoreboard, you can see the correlation.
They really want to find that igniter here.
Yeah, that's right. Kevin, the offense has basically been running in place.
They got to get going.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Rivers against Curry. Davis setting the pick for Rivers. Salmons for the 3. And yes, sir, that one drops. Salmons got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Curry with the 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And so that's the end of the first half.